Hello, this is Sandeep SG, UR16CS081. In this program, I am going to perform linear queue and circular queue. And in this, I have defined particular functions, that is hash define max to set the maximum value of the queue. And I have declared couple of variables that are integer array max, that is an array, two variables front and rear, which are designated at position -1, and then a data input, which is used for taking data in different functions of our program. In this, I have created couple of functions. Those are linear push, linear pop, and linear display. Provided circular push, circular pop, and circular display. In this linear push, what it does is it verifies whether the rear has reached the maximum potential, and if it has, it says the queue is full, and if it doesn't, it takes in the input as in the name of the data, and then it increments the rear with a single plus, and then it stores the data into it, and then it says that the data has been entered into the queue, provided it verifies whether front is in -1 or not. If the front is -1, what happens is front gets incremented due to the front plus incrementation module present here. In the second function, that is linear pop, I verify whether the front is equal to rear, and if front is equal to rear, the value of front and rear becomes -1, and after that here the check of front is -1 or not says whether the queue is empty or not, and if it's not empty, what it does is it takes in the data, and then it increments the value of front as the performance of queue is when there are three elements 1 2 3, it pops up 1, after that 2, and after that 3. When it goes to linear display, it checks whether the front is -1 or not. If it's -1, it says it's empty. If it's not -1, it displays from front to rear with in a for loop from rear front to rear. Now this is the main function for the linear calling. Here I am calling the push function, pop function, display function. Now this is the circular queue. In this, it verifies whether the rear is reaching the last element of front, and if it's able to reach the last element of front, it's considered as the queue is full. Otherwise, it takes in the input of the rear, and then the data is added into the array. After that, it says that the data is added successfully. If not, if front is -1, still it increments the value of -1 to 0. And in the C pop function, what happens is it verifies whether the front is equal to rear, and if front is equal to rear, it sets it back to -1. It sets it back to -1, and what it does is it stores the value of data of array at the position front to the data, and then front is incremented by a modulus 1 function, and after that it says the data has been removed successfully. If front is still at -1, it says the data is empty. And in this, there's a check done. If front is greater than rear, it goes to this format of loop setting, wherein it first displays front, and in the next set it displays the remaining part. This is the main function for the circular queue. And here we can also do front is equal to -1, cout empty, and the program can be executed now successfully. Now if I run the linear queue and I push, this has a maximum of 3, and I display it. Now I pop 1, and if I try to push, it won't, because that is a demerit of linear queue. And I can pop, I can push, and if I let me just pop it. Now I'll go to circular queue, I push, I could push all the 3 elements. If I pop 1 and then I display it, and then if I try to pop another element, I'm able to push them. That's how circular queue and linear queue works. Thank you.